So 1 second, I'm not sure my Wi-Fi is working. I might be on the blink. Is it working? Maybe. I'm unsure. But like I said, sorry everyone. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. Let me just get a glass of water. I'm just going to like hydrate up. As we've hit a K, well we've gone over a K anyway, but we're going to be doing a giveaway. I have really like a board and a beanie. And well, I don't know. I'm probably checking everything like the wax, the board, beanie. Oh, it's so cold, man. Might be putting heat on it to the same time. Jump in price and like that has gone up so much. In literally a night, it's gone up like 10p at a petrol station, which is just wild. I mean, but anyway, we won't get into that one. Morning, everybody. It's time for some puzzle. I don't know why there's just this stuck on the flipping. So my partner stuck on it. She was like, "Huh, see how long it takes you to take it off." Yeah, but I'm like, oh man, I guess my front will develop more. You know what I mean? That's the truth. Where's the flipping point? So now I'm just gonna have to spray this and use sugar soap or something to get it off. Pain in the ass, man. Anyway, sorry everyone, let me just quickly grab some electrolytes, a little boost, and then yeah, as I said, so the giveaway, I'm probably going to do that today, to be honest with you. So the giveaway is either going to be chosen today from all the people, like I've given people enough time. Oh, my belly's off today. But yeah, as I said, so I've got to choose. I don't know how I'm going to do it. Okay, how I'm going to do a giveaway. To be honest with you, it's a bit of a challenge, I think. It will happen, it's just how. As I said, it probably happens to people who have subscribed to my website anyway. And I've seen a load of people who've already done that, so you know they're in a chance to win that freebie. And it's not just a terrible little freebie, but I reckon I'll probably do a glow in the dark board in the freebie, because who doesn't want a glow in the dark fingerboard? They're so rare. There are literally not many companies that make glow in the dark boards. Like, don't get me wrong, there's some people who make custom little ones, but I'm not trying to like diss on them. They're just not that bright or out. Like they don't glow that bright. Honestly, it's kind of got like I get this thing. I do get it. Like this is why I like to put the boards in nice and early, so then they're ready by the next day, right? So I put the boards in the mold yesterday about 6 in the evening rather than in the morning because I only done graphics. Decided to do on the graphics later on in the evening. Hello, welcome. I'll show people the graphics. I've been sort of adding to them and taking away, and I've been very unsure. Oh, I just ignore the one on the end because I'm kind of designing another one. They're very, very basic graphics. I mean, I just like the black and white look. I think it actually has a colour scheme into it. I can't remember, but if you actually look, it is still a little bit off in areas. But I've always said to people, when you don't focus, because the boards actually end up this small, necessarily not always the details really 100% matter. When the scope, well, of course they matter, but not to exact say. Like for example, if I was to do this pinnacle and have it, like I've already done like the layering in the rock. I guess you can see the layering in the rock. You might not even see that when it comes to printing the board off, and we'll see later on when well, actually, to be fair, it'll be more of a tomorrow jobby. Morning, welcome. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. Oh, I'm so tired this morning. Oh, like I said, I'll be able to sit down, but now I'm knackered. Brilliant. My day's going good, thank you. How's yours? I mean, well, it's raining already, which is kind of gutting, but to be honest with you guys, I'm not about to fingerboard straight away. I'm going to go warm my hand up in some hot water. Arthritis, and it's been drawing all morning, so my hands seized up. So when you've got rheumatoid arthritis, running it under warm water helps to get mobility back, and also I give it like a massage because it is so bad. Obviously, it's nothing to do with punching walls or anything. Otherwise, I do say I should punch walls, but it's hereditary. But it just causes them to be really inflamed, as you can kind of see. They look a bit. So, like, granted, I've just put them under some warm water, but it's reacted quite. So, like, you know, they go really inflamed at first because they're already quite warm. But that's the weird thing, when it's cold, they're not warm, but they're inflamed, and they just get stiff. So, being able to do that. It's all good. It's all good. So, it gives me mobility back. Not straight away, clearly. Oh, it is bad. Like, you just like warm my fingers up, my hands up. Soon trying to do art or sand down today would just be a complete pain in the ass. Trying to complete any boards. But yeah. Oh, guys, honestly, electrolytes. I'm just thinking my brain's not working. Hydration. What's good, bro? Damn, that's cold. Oh. So yeah, later on, I haven't been Fingerboard for like 2 days now. Okay. Very rusty, as you can tell, and the arthritis is so bad. What's up, bro? Welcome. Hope you're having a good day. So I was gonna say, today's got I'm doing a giveaway because we hit a K. So that'll be one of the glow in the dark boards. But I've realised, because I don't know, people, to be part of the giveaway, you have to subscribe to my website, which is fine. All you have to do is use your email, right? Don't feel free not to, but there's loads of people that have done it. It's just because if I try and pick someone from a list on here, there's a chance that I'm gonna keep picking people who don't even want a fingerboard. Because there's people who watch me for the art. There's people who watch me to, like, you know, or who want skateboards, so, and they're not ready yet. So, you know what I mean? So if people wanna, that's just obviously I'll show people now on the iPad. You don't have to put anything other than email and everything like that. It's cool. I appreciate my answer. I spent a long time, like, how long now? I need to actually fill some boards up in the middle because it's missing some gaps now, because I started to. Yeah, appreciate my answer. So I've got this one second, I'll show people some more boards. We've got beanies as well. That will be in the giveaway. So the giveaway will consist of a beanie, a fingerboard, a multi-pack of wax, grip tape. But if I had trucks, and wheels, I don't even know where everything's gone. See, I actually live in the UK, but I'm sort of, well, I was born in the UK, but my family moved here. Oh, I don't even know. It's not one side place. I just, like, I think to the point where I'm like, I really love that. But if people can appreciate people, and they're like, I love travelling, man. I'm well cultured. I've travelled, like, you know, Thailand down to flipping. No, I can say Thailand, man. Not Thailand. Taiwan. I've been to Australia and Queensland and Perth, and then, you know, South America, like Galapagos. I've been around a lot. I've been through Europe. I've been Copenhagen. I've been France and Germany, and I absolutely just love seeing all the different cultures. I don't like going somewhere to just get a McDonald's, man. It's just so. Yeah, I love to, like, go Spain, get paella, for example. Like, cook on a big pan on the beach. Do you know what I mean? It's just, seeing culture is really nice. But if people only come on, so far it's been good, but people come on with, like, where you from, and it just then becomes this sort of, like, bickering or, like, dislike or contempt. And it's kind of bugger. I'm like, then at that point, I'm from Earth. You know what I mean? I'm literally from Earth. We're all the same, bro. We're all the same. But yeah, what was I going to show people? So my brain's still working. Oh yeah, the website. Right, electrolytes ain't kicked in yet, clearly. Okay. Anyway, moving on. So I obviously, I don't know if I show people as well, but I will get the two pictures up to compare. So the old website, well, what is it doing? Okay, we can ignore that. Right, this is what, yeah. I've personally never been to Pakistan, anywhere like that. Probably quite warm, I'm guessing. It's quite cold right here. But yeah, so this was the old picture. So if you can tell, you know, the graphics ain't necessarily the greatest. It was a bit unclear. I mean, seriously, if you even look at some parts, it's like really cannot figure out. It just is so rough in quality. And then I upgraded it. So now this is actually on the website. And everything's just a lot more detailed. The brick, and it looks a lot better than it did before. Like, and now obviously be able to go down. I've removed all the boards that are out of. Oh, sorry, man, my stomach acid today is awful. So yeah, I've removed the. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm terrible at taking compliments. I say you can go start buying from my website and end up with the same collection. Near one. There's some ones I've only done for me, unfortunately, but. Right, I have no idea what that is. I would have a look at videos. I do like checking out people's content. That's another thing I was going to do. Like, I was actually for a skate competition and a fingerboard competition. I wanted people to like tag me in the best videos. I didn't even really care if it's like necessarily an old one. But yeah. So anyway, going on to what I was going to say. So yeah, you've got all the boards on here. So you go up to the top. You go into the glow in the dark boards. If you hold over them, it'll show you what they look like when they glow in the dark. And I've actually got that one. Actually, I think these two, yeah. When you look up glow in the dark fingerboard, you don't have to put my company name. It comes up with those on the internet, so that without like not sponsored either. You know, you've got a sponsored search or whatever, and it comes up with all the sponsored ones. Mine just it literally is done through popularity, people buying it. Green one. Confused what you mean, man. All green. Do I show? Actually, you know what? 1 second. Someone's supposed to do a better way. No, there's not. Yeah, that was literally what it looked like before. I mean, it might look okay. It seems to look actually better on camera for some reason. And then if I click on this one, that's literally what it is now. It's lost this orangey tone to it, but at the same time, it's just more. It's more detailed. It's less blurry because I literally took it with a really bad quality camera, and through the use of tools and filters and stuff like that, I've managed to, and also actually drawn technically on it. So it's not AI. It was. I mean, there's actually the best way I can show people is I can go onto my drawing app, which is Adobe Fresco, and then show people that is actually one of the things I was drawing on. Because this isn't an AI app, it doesn't use any AI, this is purely just drawing. And I drew over the bits that looked a little bit rough. And granted, I added some new texture, so the brick does look slightly off, but I mean, it's using an original image. So before people be like, oh, it's AI, I'm like, well, actually, no, I have the real photo. Which I will always keep, because you know, if I compare the two against, actually, did I record me doing it? I did. So this is me editing the website. If you look at the quality of it, and then it changes, and obviously just changed up the wall in the background. But yeah, same photo. I actually draw two. That's sick, bro. That's all good. I don't just come on it to necessarily make sales. Do you know what I mean? Come on it to build like the community up. Find skaters and fingerboarders alike. That's sick, bro. Definitely check it out afterwards, especially if obviously people drop subs and don't know how to find them again afterwards. But I never ask for subs. The only reason I say if you want to do that, or direct message me or something else, but people really struggle to find me for some reason. Do I make a coffee? That is the question. Do I make one? I'm just feeling a little off this morning, that's all. You know, some days you get up and you just, you feel really good and you're amped. Today, I feel like slightly like, I don't know. It's probably because of the weather. It's been really nice for days on end. Now it's just suddenly miserable. Obviously, when it's nice, it's got to be nasty again afterwards. It's a compromise you get like warm days, cold days, warm days, cold days. Shit. So I just can't remember where I put my medication. No, I never misplaced any orders. Do you know what I mean? Everything's happening straight away. My legs shut a little hand. To learn a lesson from myself. So if I just take some meds, it might actually help me a little bit, because people know, like, if you follow for a while, you know I sit for disc in my spine. So when I sit on my chair, I sit like this on the side, because sitting upright actually, I feel like hurts it more. I have no idea why, because being able to put that curve in it is like less pressure on the whole spine, I guess. Being able to lean on my elbow or my arm just makes it way more comfortable. Just so many people come on like they've sit this before. Oh, come on. As I said, I'll be super rusty at the moment. See, I kind of wish I went for a skaters week more, but as I said, my bearings and trucks have been absolutely, they're just ruined. Like, wait, let me go show you. I'll skate around with this. Not moving, and it's scatty to say the least. Ready? Just doesn't even roll. But obviously, when you're rolling on the board, it rolls, because all of them do, and it's like momentum, and it's just, you just keep going. But it's scatty. Sometimes a bearing could just, the wheel could just pop off as well. Essentially, if it properly breaks, as I say, that's like the worst bearing I've ever had. And I know I've got some laying around somewhere, but I have no idea where they are. So it's a matter of either finding them or just dealing with it. I could buy some more, but obviously, as I said, with the business is expensive. Owning a business. Oh crap! Oh, I'm so rusty. Going to see the arthritis is a bit inflamed today. I'm feeling a little tad impatient, because all I want to do really today is get the boards out of the moulds. But I know, because I leave in the mould for 24 hours. Because if you don't, they start to lose their shape. Do you know what? I actually have boards to show you. Oh man. I have no idea what that. I literally have too many boards. That's the truth. As I said, that's why I'm doing a giveaway. It's not, obviously we hit a case. I said I'll be doing a giveaway, but I don't know what boards I'm going to do, because it has to be like appropriate for anybody, because obviously it's just going to be a random pick from people who subscribe to the channel, and it could be a parent who subscribed to the channel, but then it's for their kid. So I'm like, well, I say to the channel, to the website as well, and when I say subscribe, it's just sign up. You know when you go to any shop and you sign up to it, right? It's just all it is. It's just an email and a name, and I pick from that list of people, because on here there's just too many people to choose from, and a lot of them just like art. A lot of them don't like skateboarding or fingerboarding necessarily. Just stick around while I have a chat. It's like a little podcast with skating and fingerboarding and all that good stuff. Right, 2 seconds. I'm going to check to see if someone's actually not shut the back door, because it's so cold. This makes sense. Well, it does, because this happens in the UK. We get some real nice weather, and you're like, yes, the summer's here. Well, more spring, as coming into it, and then it just, I don't know, it's just freezing again. It's Baltic. And man, as I say, I've got to wait till 6 o'clock to get these boards out of the moulds, and this is why I like to do the boards early in the morning, because 24 hours later in the morning, the next day they're ready to take out. It gives me a whole day to work on the boards. Like I do have, I don't even know where they've actually all gone to be fair. I've got about 10 boards to sand down, which I'm probably going to do today, which will be added to the store. There's a new one. I believe it's this one. Oh, and I'm also adding this one back on as well. So I've done a full size board of this, and this is going back up. I don't know how much that's going to go on there for, because I'm going to do it a little bit cheaper. And this one, which is glow in the dark one, which needs sanded down a little bit more, but is a anglerfish, but it's glow in the dark. So it looks pretty bland right now, but that was a misprint, so that's going straight onto the misprinted section. And if you know my misprinted, then glow in the dark boards can be like £42. I think I could take them down in price, but a little bit. But I mean, you got to keep your price, man, especially because of the wood quality I use as well. That's why the boards are so durable and strong. But the perks of having expensive boards is obviously I can drop the price on some of them, and then they're lower than other companies' boards. But it's because of time and effort, as I said, the hand sanding that goes into it, you know, and the time that goes into the graphics. It's not like I don't just generate it or whatever people do these days. Because even before AI, stuff didn't seem more I feel like people done like procedurally generated stuff. Like, was there something before AI, or was it like a weaker model of AI? I have no idea. Not to the extent we have now, anyway. But that's why I obviously draw my drawing in stages so people can see it. And obviously, realistically, AI is just not very clear. I wanted it to do a skateboard graphic, and I tried to do this because I wanted to just do make a few boards to practice. I didn't have enough time to design the whole thing, so I wanted the whole graphic that was enough the length size to do it, because I was going to print over the boards. I sanded down the same board like 4 times. I just got very thin. I chose one of them. I chucked away because I didn't want to waste. After making fingerboards, I realised how hard it is to get it right, and I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that with skateboards right now, like pressing them. I actually go to another company who presses good, strong quality boards that I can print onto as well. So even if I'd done a crossover and I had to have their name with it, that's fine with me, because it means I don't sacrifice on quality. It's just about the graphic and also good quality boards, even if I had to put more money into it myself as a company. I just think like as technology grows, you know, people skate less and do things like this, and we need to make things like this more affordable for people as a skate community if we want it to continue. Because I mean, realistically, now people can buy, you know, there's fingerboards for like 200 quid, right? There's fingerboards that are like £200, 180 quid. People can get cheap consoles for this price and feel like they're getting more out of it. So I feel like that's why in this day and age, we need to, if you don't want AI to take your job, you've got to like be willing to necessarily do your art for free. Take a leaf out of Banks's notebook, but not just. If your art would solely rely on your art, I understand why not. But say making the boards, for example, I don't mind just doodling and have, you know what I mean. I enjoy drawing, so it's like a win-win. Because people draw, and people go, no one does stuff for free. I'm like, loads of people just draw for all the time. So that one, people, if they do something you love, 100%. But as I said, so this board will be added. It's a misprinted board. It's slightly too dark. It needs sanding down a little more, and the cat is glow in the dark. So it's an anglerfish. The whole thing kind of glows green. So I have my own fingerboard and skateboard company, and I make beanies and tops. I've done 7. I wasn't gonna do fingerboards, right? This was last year, and in a year, because I ended up seeing fingerboarding, realizing you could do tricks on a fingerboard, not just pick them up. I was like, what? As a skater, my whole life, I was like, that's sick. I want to be able to do that. So I couldn't land it, and I was asking everything that can online, asking to Google, like, you know, set bar it comes up, yeah. Oh, wood boards are the best. And I looked them up. I was like, oh, other than Team, they're all really expensive, pretty much. It's nice to meet you too, man. And but yeah, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make my own boards. I can draw, but then I couldn't get the art onto the boards and the quality. But I need to find this to show people, because this is, to me, this is wild. Because I didn't notice the change until someone said, "Can you put the board up to the camera again?" And they went, "That's actually crazy different in quality." And to be fair, after they really point out, and I looked closer at it. So this is what they started off like, right? And I didn't ever put them side to side, so I didn't compare them. So this is what it started off like, and this is what they're like now with the wheel arches. They're like a totally different board, but using the same board, same wood, sorry, and the same mould. Just doesn't look like it at all, but it generally, I sanded the size down a bit too thin on this one for sure, but I mean it was, and the reason being is I was putting them in the mould, taking them out after 6, 7 hours, 12 hours. You leave them in there for 24 hours because they all started off like this, but then they expanded, but I didn't see it. And what happens is wood glue expands. A lot of glues have expand when they as they're drying, so that's why this is extremely thick compared to this. Wait saying this? Well, so I'm confused what you mean there, but yeah, I would, as I said before, I would definitely check out your channel. But then I wanted to make, so my main goal was skateboards, but I thought this is a perfect little thing to have, like almost like a portfolio. Go to companies, nobody needed an artist. I was like, okay, AI is growing, people are going to take it, AI is going to take a job. I was like, well, not if I actually make a company, do the art myself and choose to just, I mean, Banksy draws are free, right? You know what I mean? So the whole thing about people don't do stuff for free, you do if you love it, because you never work a day in your life if you do something you love. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, making the boards can be tiresome and stuff like that, but not everything can be fun. But the whole part of doing the art free for me was just not for free, like, you know, it does have like a small price note, but a lot of artists would do like £50 an hour, especially on skateboard. That's why a board can cost like 60, 70 quid, or unless you're getting a discounted board, which is, you know, fair enough. But that's why I do discounted decks as well and can control the price. Like this one I'm going to add back up, and I absolutely love this board. And this was one of the first graphics I did when I first managed to get this. Is an anti-wear. One of these is like real wear, but there's a slight difference. I could do matte and gloss, but at the moment I'm just sticking with the gloss. I've got glow in the dark boards as well that I've done, which are all of these ones here and more. They all glow green, bar. Well, bar. That's what to do. I was going to say bar this, but I'd sound like I went bar like a sheep. They all glow green, bar. Sorry, I found that funny. Like way too funny. But yeah, so this will be added into the mystery pack, I believe, as well. One of these, I'm doing the mystery pack. And as I said, this will be going up on the discounted deck section, only because it's a misprint slightly. It's not finished yet, and he's sanding down a little bit more, but as I said, it glows in the dark. Welcome back, bro, welcome back. But yeah, glow. Holy amount of flipping planes and shit at the moment. Oh well. Life goes on, what can you do? Life is but a dream. Bro, I'm so shit today, honestly. Relatable, right? Can't switch flip for nothing. Oh well. Anyway, as I said, when I come off in a minute for the break, I will be, as I said, be adding these boards on to anyone who hasn't seen. And what happened to my voice then? Wavered a little bit. And then yeah. What to do. Oh yeah, giveaways. I'm gonna go and try and figure out how I'm gonna do this giveaway. Please go and subscribe. Like I say, subscribe. You don't have to subscribe to the channel. If you want a giveaway, you don't have to subscribe to the channel, but you do have to sign up so I know to pick you. You can unsign up after you've been picked, after you've won. You know, let me go on here and show people quickly what I mean. So on the website, skateaddiction.co.uk. I appreciate it, bro. As I say, if I don't know if you meant on the website or here, but say on the website. As you can see, it's funny because, I mean, wait, have I got any of the boards here that I should do? 1 second. There's all the boards, just so people, like, you know what I mean? And I've also, this is obviously an updated picture. I've also got that no skateboarding one up there as well. The octopus one's up there too, I believe. Is it? I don't know. Anywho, if you go to, bro, where is it? Is it? My brain's like, not, I can't think. Yeah, sign in, there you go. So just make an account, right? And then when you make an account, oh, I'm not going to sign in, but yeah, because I don't need to, so I do my thing. But yeah, when you sign in, then it will come up on my admin thing and I will see all the list of people. And when you subscribe to the shop, I know you're there because you want either a fingerboard or something like that. But through here, I can't, because I guarantee, I don't know my other platform where I pick people and they're like, oh no, I'm good, bro, I don't want to give it to the next person. It's like double it and pass it on. Obviously that's not what it was, but that's what it felt like. So would you like one? Would you want? And it just felt like I was chasing around a giveaway that I felt like other people, if you wanted, there should be an easier way for people to kind of be defined. I was like, actually, yeah, I have the shop. Do you know what I mean? It makes seven. Makes seven, bro. I was going to say makes sense. You got me, Yang, so I just read this. Fair play. Wait. Is that Dallas Edits? Shout out to Dallas Edits, man. Bro, we won't be saying none of that, will we? There's no need for that. Man, this whole world is honestly. Anywho, we just have a good time. That's what we try and do. It's not like ignore it. I mean, you know, what can you do? Anyway, life goes on. What's that? Life has been a dream. Just so people also know that this isn't an AI edited photo, right? So this was the original. Actually, but that's a really bad example. So it changed quite a bit, quite drastically. So this is what it looked like. I don't know if you can see the quality of that. It's quite. I'm actually going to flip the camera around on it, and I've just redone the background, resketched it, retextured it, and this is like the level of art. So obviously there's bird poo there as well. So I was like, let's redo the wall, redo the boards. It looks so much cleaner now. And if I come off of this, because this is a drawing app, this hasn't got any AI service thingies, whatnot, Bobby, and literally, I don't know if I zoom in real close, you can see where I've just essentially sorted bits out a little bit and cleaned it up with the pen. It's not an actual Apple pen. Who needs an Apple pen? Does the same thing. But it's like, you know, just to add that more level of detail and art and that's all textures. Like if you go on here, you got like charcoal, half tones, soft chalk, noise control, flake roll, all these things. So I love it when people like, no, a real artist like me, who's 25, who's around before AI, would use things like, you maybe Photoshop something, but sometimes Photoshopping something was doing it manually. You know, you would blend things, you know, you wouldn't necessarily stick something in. You could, later on, it's like stick something into Photoshop, edit it a little bit, you know, has a little bit of his own brain, but it's very different. So I love when people just debate it. I'm like, bro, I was in school when we had A's. Now it's numbers. Like, what? I don't even understand what the numbers even are, you know. Anyway, but yeah. And this is obviously the graphic that's going to be coming out. One of them is already a misprint, so there's another misprint going on for sale. And I believe the misprinted one is actually going to be this one here, because I think that actually is one that misprinted. I don't remember because I haven't checked yet. Yeah, it's probably easy to flip the camera around right here like this, to be honest, to show everybody. Just 1 second. So yeah, it needs sorting out a little bit, like shading and textures and stuff like that, but it's really one of my worst drawings ever. But because I figured out on the fingerboard, they don't really, you know, just comes out. I don't know how to describe it. There's no need for like crazy, insane detail at that level because it's so small anyway. When I do the skateboards, it's not like I don't focus on the quality at all. So I mean, I still think when people I think he's doing some very popular graphics, especially this one, which will be on there like either tomorrow or the day after. It's just the way the light glimmers on the water. As I said, the front camera is absolutely terrible on my phone. It's like, yeah, when you zoom in, you can see a bit. I blended a little bit over the line there, but all in all, I think they're quite. This is my least favourite one, to be honest with you. I think these end two are my favourites. Probably that one. Actually, I'm not sure because I really like how I blended the rocks on that. But yeah, as I say, it's all about. I don't know. I like to show people the art before it goes out. Obviously, that is one of the pre-designed sketches with a little bit of detail in there. It's going to be volcanoes. Is nowhere near finished. But yeah, a bit of real life sketching as well. People know Jaws, the skater, right? Or people don't know Jaws, man. But yeah, honestly, probably quite one of my best sketches of a person. But I was going to do Jaws. It was based off an actual picture of him. I was going to do Jaws like swimming up, getting the shark. I thought it'd be really funny because it's like, you know, it's like that, you know, R.I.P. Chuck Norris, but like whatever. But yeah, I just thought it'd be really funny to have him. But I ended up drawing like that photo of him. Think, how can I edit it? And ended up just. I do this with art. I jump around like there is no tomorrow. It's awful. And then the quality obviously changes as well, which is quite funny. But anyway, on to the point. So giveaways. I'm gonna quickly look on the thing now, see how many people signed up to the website, see how many, what like the chances are right now of people winning a giveaway. So I honestly think that's probably best for people to know as well. So if I go on customers, it would tell me people who have signed up, right? All my customers on my website. So at the moment, it would tell me who's subscribed, who's not subscribed, and there's 1, 2, 3, Bro, there's a 1 in 3 that you literally have a 3, whatever. If you added like 1 in 4 chance of winning, I can't show people the names. Oh wait, no, sorry, no, because I see subscribed is slightly different. Oops, my bad. It's not to let people down now. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Wait, am I reading the same? Are any of these the same ones? 1 second. No, so about 30, there's a 30, right? Which is like, granted, now the chances have gone down quite a bit, but I mean, I am doing it today. So, you know, I will be picking out all these customers today. So if you actually have signed up, you have a chance, obviously, to win a glow-in-the-dark fingerboard. How can you not want a glow-in-the-dark fingerboard? I mean, even if it just goes on your wall, they're cool. Simple as. And obviously, as I said, the sale's up anyway. So if you use now, there's a 25% sale. So on the mystery packs, which have glow-in-the-dark boards in them, by the way. So that's like, you can get these two. You can get this board in a mystery pack right now. Let me get up the... What? I don't like the new update on Apple. It's messing me up a bit. It's confusing my little brain. I'd head over to the website. So it might all be back to front. So this is a pain in the ass part, but we will deal with it. So I'm trying to get it an angle that's realistic. So when we go to the shop here, or it says 25% anyway. You just see this. It was zoom in. 25% off. So now most things will obviously say in stock. There's only 2 things that say out of stock out of it. Because before people were like, there's not much in stock, but there was. They're just hard to find because for some reason they weren't moving themselves off of the shelf. So now that's been sorted. So you've got a mystery pack, which now, as I said, you can get one of these in it, which is a glow in the dark. And it comes with stickers and everything. Like those are all the pictures. It comes with a little description. If you add it to your cart. Oh, I've got 2 mystery packs. I do. And then if you go to... Oh no, wrong one. Sorry guys. I didn't actually have it in there, did I? Add the mystery pack, £20. Add to cart. Go to there. Check out. -5 because you got the spring sale. It automatically applies the discount code. So that mystery pack that was 20 goes down to 15. And these are normally, if you actually go on the store, these are normally 35 on their own. No, 42, sorry. Or 45. They're 42 or 45. But it's because they're a wider board for one and they're glow in the dark. That be why. And as I said, this one will be going back up as well, which was a really popular board at the time for sure. And at the moment, just let people know, because obviously a mystery pack, the reason they're 20 is because you can get a blank board in there, but at the moment there's no blank boards in the mystery packs. So you're going to get at least a board worth £35 for 15 at the moment if you use that discount code. I think there's only 3 mystery packs left. I'm not sure, but yeah, they're like this. Bro, why does my screen keep turning off? Not helpful right now. You don't even need to see that. You don't need to sign up or anything to make sure it works. You can go to your website, put the mystery pack in, or whatever board you, because you could use that the discount code would automatically apply itself yet again. I'm saying to the particular board you want to buy, which will just be there on the shop. You could also go to discounted boards at the top, or you could go to. It won't work on discounted decks. It needs to be over 20 anyway because otherwise it's be ridiculous. But it does work on other things. No, is it? And I think it's a 20 cap. But that means you'll still get whatever for 15, which is a glow-in-the-dark board like this with Canadian maple. That's 36mm, water-resistant, double durability, 2 times durability. You ain't beating that on the market, I promise you. To the point where, obviously, I make my own boards, but I use one myself. And the quality is brilliant. Like, look how much it's not worn down. Like, yeah, it'll be real wear after a while, but you got to remember, there is a coating on top of it, a polyurethane coat, so it'll take a while to wear down, but then it's a real wear. Glow in the dark board, Canadian maple, it's 2 times durability, glow in the dark board, and you can get it in a mystery pack right now for £15. I don't know why keyboard won't go away. So yeah, and that'll ship to 27 countries, I believe it is currently, and I'll be adding more. But yeah, so total tells you there 15, and it'd be the same or whatever your conversion is in currency. You don't have, as I said, you don't have to just get the mystery pack. You can get glow in the dark boards, and if you hover over them, they show you what they look like, and they actually are they're real pictures. If you look at the background, I took them when the lights off because I wanted to use. I am all about. I don't actually think this one here with all realism is that one is generated, which I will be changing. It was just to put in place of it because there's so much to do. But that's just me being honest. But if you look at these, you can see the boards are very much as a light bit reflecting on it. They are the pictures. So I like to, as much as it rusty as it may look, or as it looks slightly off the shape, probably just angling. But the boards are all down to a T, and that is a promise. They are. This camera can make them look a bit wonky, but straight. But they are 100%. Use shape of sand down. This one's making a return as well, and that will only. I'm going to do this one I think for 20, which I think's sweet. So I think that's only 35 anyway. This pays to be a boss scratch. You can just add things up. I'm also doing the all the wax has gone down as well. I put the wax down in price. Let me go see how much the wax is. 2 seconds. So yeah, let me add them up quick. So if you buy the individual waxes, you've got the oak leaves. As you can see, that's a real picture too. I prefer real pictures, man. Honestly, I really do. Obviously the nail file isn't, but it was partly, but it's slightly edited only. And when I edit my photos, as I said, I refuse to use AI. I use Adobe Fresco, which is it doesn't have AI on it. Well, it might do somewhere. I mean, there's literally nothing there about AI at all. And when you click on, for example, the main photo that I edited, I literally drew on here. This is how I do it. I take the different blending tools and the different pens, like soft chalk and noise control and all this stuff. I'm happy to hear that. I think that's my main goal. It's not about customers. It's not about money at the end of the day. Because I mean, it could all be gone like that. You know, you got to appreciate the people around you, build a community. I like to show people what I'm doing because I like to maybe inspire other people to do their own thing, take initiative. But also, if I can help other people. Sorry, 2 seconds. Check my dog. Yeah, she's just snoring, bless her. If I can help other people through their day in any way, then that's really like. I mean, I don't know. That's the most. One of the, I wouldn't say it's the most because obviously that would be a lie. It's in there though. It's the top 3 best feelings. I mean, see, I think the reason I struggle is because I'm bad at taking and it is a form of a compliment, but it's very difficult. So in my head, where I've had my own struggles, I guess I think there's no way I can make other people's days better when I'm full of negativity. But sometimes, as well, I don't know, like my partner said as well, faking it till you make it in a way and just keep pushing. And I hope. And it's worked, so I'm like, oh, maybe just showing that sometimes an honest side of myself, or like if I'm struggling, because I think guys are not vulnerable enough. You have this like manosphere, is it called at the moment, with like Andrew Tate and with knobheads, right? And truthfully, people don't like my opinion on it, but I'm like, well, it annoys me. I'm not trying to be on anybody's side because I'll say it as it is. You know, I say it. That's just who I am. If I think something's wrong, I say it. And I just think people at the moment, I don't have to describe it. People piss me off. Every live I see, every video I see is just unbelievably misogynistic or racist or this or that. And it's like, why can't we just all just connect over something? And I keep saying bar like a sheep, like bar. I mean like bar this or bar that. You know, like put it to the side, ignoring the fact of, I don't know. I feel like coming on the live and spreading positivity like I try to do. I think sometimes I can be a bit like, I don't know, say it as is, and sometimes people think that's a bit negative, but I don't think it's negative. I think it's just strong-minded. And people sometimes need that, and especially in a time where people feel like they can't say anything, they need to feel like somebody is saying something, but not like the wrong thing. I mean, I've always said at the end of the day, we can all get along in peace, but the moment you give me shit, I give you shit right back. And I think, let's go back to that world. Everything's changed so much, and it is a hard time. I'm also sorry to hear. I'm really sorry to hear. Sorry, I didn't say that. I'm really sorry to hear that, and I hope you're okay. I think it's so. I see so many comments at the moment going, I'm so nervous, I can't sleep, and this is happening. And I just think at the end of the day, right, don't worry about what you can't control. Right, people could take what I say and say it, put it out of context, or people could. My point is, that it doesn't matter what people could do or try to do. You can only do your best and ignore everything else. I take the news on board just so I'm constantly aware, but other people I know struggle with that. So like one thing I would do is I can listen to. Don't get me wrong, it does take a toll on you. You got to be not more than superhuman to not hear all of it, and then some of it actually does really affect your mood. Like earlier I saw something and I just was like, you know what, I don't care anymore. As I say, I'll step away from this conversation, but it's just the realism of it. I think we're all struggling, but everything I see is either dwelling on negatives when I'm just trying to make a positive out of something. Even in a moment where everything's going crazy, I think a lot of people are cancelling up on businesses, a lot of people are just trying to like, and I get it, but like not work. If this was hard work and ball ache, I wouldn't do it. I actually enjoy it. So if you're doing what you enjoy, I think that's what matters the most. That's the point I'm trying to get across. It's only people trying to please and make everybody else happy continuously. Even these guys in the manosphere, they sit there, like, they don't like women because they're like incels and they're pathetic. But they then go, oh, women are, but then you're literally making content about women because you're talking about women. So women didn't exist, mate. What would you be talking about to make content on? Like, the stupidity, I think, as well in the world just shocks me. Generally shocks me. So if I could not come, I have to come alive and say it sometimes, especially if you've got someone that comes on and says something, I'm like, bro, you need to be like re-educated. And I feel like that felt like they're never my place. I think truthfully, if you know better, and I think it sounds so stuck up to be like, you know better, but there's some things that you clearly know better on. Right, sausage. So she just snored really loud. Sounds like a boiler rumbling or something. But anyway, some people, I don't know. And that's why I do it. Because I mean, people go, oh, you know, would you fight or would you do this or would you do that? I feel like I fight my own battle because I'm disliked by so many people and groups and that alpha males, but they're like absolute knobheads. And they're like, funny thing is, right, I saw a video, it's like, oh, I don't care about women. But yeah, I've got a McLaren, but why would you get a McLaren? Because a girl doesn't know necessarily what a McLaren is, but she knows what a Ferrari is or a Lamborghini. So I'm like, so you're doing something for someone else's opinion of you, not because you like the car. How do they not see that? It's the most ironic shit going. It's funny. And that's why I really do think I stay outside the box. Other people like, I'm like, do you not? They're like, what? I'm like, oh, caveman, dopey. Like, it's honestly, and that's what hurts my brain. To the point where it gets me out of breath, I get so mad about it. As I said, I'm not a feminist because I don't agree with that. I do, but like equalism, not extremism of any kind. And I'll speak out about any of them, and it pisses me off. I'm not like, oh, this one side or that side, and that's why people don't like me. But I'm like, why? I'm like the most in the middle part. Well, I like to think I am, wanting everything to be okay, and everyone wants to make an issue out of everything. So let's just try and, you know, see, I don't want to be like, when you say appreciate, and I know you appreciate it, I don't want to say it like I'm not, it is for women, but I think it's so heartbreaking to see, I've been made vulnerable in my life, so I don't do it for like validation. I think that's what I'm trying to say from anything, because as I said, I don't agree with feminism, extremism, because if you put a guy down constantly, he's just going to get angry back. It works both ways. We are different, it's like we're learning to respect each other's differences, and, you know, men have a 24-hour body clock where women have a monthly body, you know, and we're never going to understand that. And there's things that, why even try and, I mean, I know that my partner was teaching me about the fact they've done all experiments for women on men. Like, what kind of idiots? Like, and they're now just start to understand but barely can. It clearly is sexist. So when I see that, an injustice, I have to say something. And if you don't see an injustice, then you're a moron. Because, I mean, how can you love your mother, love your sister, have a partner, not like women? That doesn't make any sense. And I hope that I speak out saying, like, men, you need to learn to speak to it, open up and be caring. Do you need more people being like that? You've got so many years we worked towards it, and you've got a knobhead like Andrew Tate coming in with a bulldozer, essentially, a metaphorical bulldozer, just smashing down everything we've managed to build. Why? Oh. And that's what annoys me about one person can do so much damage. So I'm like, maybe just one person can actually make a lot of change as well. And I've always said, I just speak out against it highly. I think it's so disgusting. I think it's quite funny that in jail, though, if you're known to be a woman beater, you will get beaten up in jail. So people don't like women beaters even in jail. So it's so common. But like, why is then everything becoming so misogynistic? So I won't have it. That's why I walk my partner to work every day, like 4 in the morning, because I just don't trust the world anymore. You know, people might. Every time someone's looked at and I look over, they fucking look away because men do know that men can be vicious, and you don't know what another guy's going to be like. So I literally completely. Wait, what? Okay. Well, I don't know what to say to that. The messages before. But yeah, the last one, I get what you mean. I think. I don't even know, as I say, I don't think. Oh. With all I can say is with ideologies in the world and west, east, anywhere, everything changing. I don't want people to just think completely. I fully would not stand with that crap. I would, and it's not like, hey, if someone then, it's like, I hate that thing that people's like, you stand for the. I stand for anybody who is tried to be made vulnerable by somebody. Someone tried to make a guy vulnerable or tried to attack somebody who's homeless or something, I would stick up for them. That's just what you do. It's like that story in the Bible that you don't walk past, the person walks past, the person walks past, and the person actually finally does something. So, I mean, even if you're not religious, bro, just the story to be learned from that is don't just walk on by idly in life. Don't do the bystander effect. Because I tell you what, when you're the one in that dire need and everybody else is just walking by, it's terrifying. I've been in that situation. That's probably why I don't like it, and I'm like, I refuse to let that happen because it is the most hard when I've had people like shoot, I'll just say pew pew running at me and stuff like that, and you just hear. I mean, I always make the jokes a bit like stormtrooper aim because how have you not hit me? But I guess because they're running too. But yeah, I got it in my hand, so I got the scar and it shattered my bone here. Obviously, with other things, London's known for other things that are worse. But my point is, after a while, when you've like run past people and they just don't want to do anything, I understand it because it's a fear of themselves, right? And we all have it inherently just to like protect oneself. You are the most important thing. You shouldn't always chuck yourself away in danger. It's also another good point. True, you shouldn't just put yourself in danger for no reason if you know you can't do anything. But yeah, it's a difficult one. That's one that I can't. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I would get a boat and just fuck off and go months. Even with thalassophobia, I would do this or that. Or like, it's the things you got to do. It's just, oh crap. Got a text from someone I do not want to text from. Oh really? See, I don't know if it's also that 1 in 100 will be influenced by someone's life experiences. Because truthfully, I'd always say if I hadn't have been, when I was younger, I did freeze. I think a lot of people because I think at first when your brain has this sugar coated world and it starts to, mine was even sugar coated, so it's going to be harder for other people. But when you have this sugar coated world and it's sort of, I guess, ripped away, like a bandage or a band-aid or something, and you just got this fresh, open like view of the world, and it's very painful and raw. I think you just freeze up. You don't know what to do. It's and then after a while, you start so like your brain starts to have survival mechanisms. They're more like primal. I think that's why they're. It's almost like they're awakened after like and years and years and years of like our ancestors. Welcome back, bro. Wait, can you scream it loud? I just can't. Unfortunately, so I have a really bad throat, really sore voice. Oh man, but yeah, as I say, all we can do is like as soon as people come on in, I just try and change it. Hopefully, you can change people's view of things. Because I mean, people see somebody doing well and link that to their actions and their choices and decisions they make. So people see that I respect women. People see, but like to a level where I think we should all be respected for what we do. We're all different, but we're all the same. Like, you know what I mean? We all give out we all get what we give out into the world as well. You know what I mean? Like, if someone's a nasty piece of shit, it's not because of their gender. It's because of who they are. It's because of who they choose to be. And that's what people need to understand. Do you know what I mean? And as a skater and as someone who's like part of that, people's like, yo, bro, part of that culture who's like pretty laid back and chilled out. I am more likely to probably be like that. But at the same time, like, what I find funny is like people try and start skating. It's like, bro, I have a heavy board with metal trucks and axles on me. Like, why would you pick a fight with someone like that? That, you know, I've got long range. I can swing it. I can maul grab it. People are like, I know. Like, imagine this, right? Say you've got hold here and you just went like that. That could be absolutely fatal. Not to be like brutal to anyone, like trying to be horrible, but that's my point. Like, I've had people try and start fights, stuff like that. Skating's real peaceful until we're battling a trick out, and then boom. Devastating. It would be devastating. It would be a devastating blow. And that's what I mean. People. And also, I've got chili oil capsaicin because I love chili oil. That'd be like perfect thing. Because you're just running it, like flicking it in their face. Because it's all you have to do. Like, and this is just saying, I'm not telling people what to do. But obviously, I find it funny. This is why a country should legalise self-defence, because people will resort to things that are potentially worse. I mean, think about it. You have something that is legally allowed, like those poker things, the pressure point things, maybe a pepper spray, you know, just to get them down so they can't continue the attack, right? You can then, you don't even need something that's, you know, a non-lethal. You can use a non-lethal, right? And it'd be safer than a skateboard to the temple. And, you know, that'd be fine. They wake up in custody, realise it was a bad decision. Arguably, I say, if somebody's really bad enough criminal, like, don't break into somebody's house and get whacked with a bat. Like, that you've messed up big time. You know, I think that's why non-lethal is important. But I think, you know, I don't even know how to go about it. This is when my brain's like no remorse and like don't go about somebody like that, and you know that doesn't deserve it at the end of the day. And just trying to live their lives peacefully. I've something really against that, beyond all belief. If someone just living their life peacefully, like in movies, if somebody attacks somebody innocent, I get so mad. It's like I can't watch it. I get angry as anything. But as soon as that, like, say there's a mum that gets the guy back, gets the weapon off, and then gets him, I'm like, yeah, get him. I'm like, but like to me that would be like a trigger. People think of triggers like I freeze up and stuff. No, I either get angry or intense emotions rise up. It's crazy. To be fair, right, I could do a graphic that was somebody, you know, I don't even know. But I know what you actually mean. I don't know if you actually mean like in a video. It would be pretty cool, but I mean truthfully, all you need is CCTV and an intruder, and then you got the real footage right there. I mean, they are heavy. You know what I mean? I have multiple boards. I throw. I know. I've always believed you never throw the thing at the person because they're like, what, they catch it and then they've got it and they're like, haha, and like, oh crap. Bad decision to make. Oh yeah, that's what I mean. You could just roll it out on their feet if they could, or have some there so they would step on it. But I've always said to somebody, like, I would generally, if somebody was trying to come through the door, you know, and they're trying to undo the lock, I would get the board and I would just whack it down so many times. I'd literally try and completely break the bone. But does that sound like this is just self-defense? But if in the UK you were allowed to have, I don't know, pepper spray, that wouldn't necessarily need to happen. You could just through the hole, fine. But the thing is, what do you expect people to do? We don't have anything to protect ourselves. So of course, you're going to resort to crazy means. Do you know what I mean? You have a pot of oil on the side. You're cooking some, you know, food, and you're like, psst. I mean, to be fair, right, that's brutal. That would really, you know, you could blind someone doing that. So it's just stupid. That's my belief. I think, you know, pocket sand. Eat pixie dust, bitch. Fairy dust. Happy thoughts just start flying. Oh, I don't even know. You could get that. What's it called? No, I don't even know. What's that one that hypnotizes people? That plant. The trumpet. Devil. Oh man. Dragons. I don't even know. People know what one about is illegal. You breathe it in. But I mean, you'd just knock yourself out too. You'd both be stood there in the traps, just looking at each other for like 4 hours or something, however long it lasts. I don't even know. Oh, you just get like, I don't know. Do you know one of those gas dispensers, but it just dispenses salvia? Imagine that. Angel trumpet. Yeah, I think that could be it, to be fair. But yeah, people like I can't. You know the word I'm on about. It's used as a date thingy, right? Angel's trumpet. Yeah, I think yeah. I didn't know. I feel like there's another name for it, but you're probably right. Like complete. Is it like? No, because I was gonna say salvia to whatever the bloody name is for that. It's pretty foul. It's funny, isn't it? Like nature some of the most, it's not, is it deadly? I actually don't know. Or is it just deadly because I think it's quite funny how we would have been hunting foragers going onto this. I think we do have all our healing herbs and plants in nature for sure. I'm not saying that's one of them because obviously I have no idea. I don't know much about that one, for example. Oh, I feel like I want another coffee, but I've got one left and it's a really hard decision to make, right? So if I have it now, I'm going to wait, I'm going to try and hold off as long as I can. I'm so shit today. Well, I'm not even kidding, I'm shit every day. Until people see my videos, someone actually commented going, you're actually really good. And I think they're like replying to like, why can't I do it in a live? It's social pressure. And if I can't fingerboard in a live, people go, bro, why am I buying a fingerboard from you? So I'm like, just go and watch my video because I can fingerboard really well. I'm a skater, right? I'm not a fingerboarder, truthfully. I mean, I am, but skating to me is like, it just, what's it takes the arthritis today is something else. So guys, you can see like how swollen it sort of is, but like where they get so swollen that actually rub against each other and it hurts like shit. Oh well. That's hilarious. See, I wanted a beer can on my butt cheeks, to be honest with you, at one point, but I decided, you know what, since I got sober, it's annoying because I don't know if anyone else is drunk and got sober or done something, and life feels extremely more tiresome, like you never get a break or you're never fully resting. I think that's the thing, like when you take something that relieves you so much, it's the biggest danger they never talk about. Nothing ever quite feels as good again. And it can do. I mean, I'm not trying to make people feel like, oh, there's no hope, because I've managed to do it. It's just a lot of work. It's worth it. But you need to, I saw a video yesterday, people who go and do like these rehab, go away, do 30, 60 days, get clean, do well, come back and fall back to addiction again. It's because they've gone to the same environment, doing the same bloody thing with the same people around them. You go on a retreat, you get away because it's a new space, it's clean, tidy mind, tidy space, it all links. And like when I started a business and started skating again, instead of hanging out with the people I used to hang out with or sitting on the sofa continuously doing the things I do, I think it's also why I don't like sitting down all the time, because it gets me in this state where I'm just like, oh, it's just, you know, it's bad, it's weird. So sometimes you just got to do the opposite, and then it becomes better than like any of the highs itself being a sober person, because there's some self-control behind it that you just can't describe. It probably makes you very proud as well in a way, you know what I mean? It makes you like mentally stronger and morally stronger, you know, like, if you get what I mean, it's just integrity driven. It gives you more integrity because you know you've looked after yourself by not overusing any of the other substances, or you stayed sober, which I'd say is one of the hardest challenges. But once you've done that, it's the best thing, because you're two good birds on one stone, because after I feel like you can achieve most things. To be fair, you know, I get that one. That's what I do. I mean, I'm no pro at all. I might seem like I know a lot, but like I said the other day, I don't always live by what I do. Live by what I say the best I can, but not to the T. You know, in the sense of, you know, I get angry some like a lot of days. You know, I get real angry. Like I just shout it like into a pillow or something like that. And this is, I'm a businessman, like, in a way, and the people are like, what? You wouldn't expect it always. I am broken. And other people think, oh, poor me, I don't want boo-hoos. We're all broken in some way, like we're all like fragile. And yeah, I do understand that. Obviously not from the same difference. We're all different, but I think truthfully, when we want to realise, once you comprehend, once you grasp the reality that kind of like everybody's clueless, even the professionals are sort of clueless, it's almost like a better reality, because I feel like worrying about what's this and what's that, what's coming this way, it's best just to not know, because we don't know. I know it sounds weird, but it's like, that's what I mean. I got my mental health disorders, cool, there's no treatment for it, just get on with my life, right? It was good to get diagnosed, I think, and I was like, I knew I was at least struggling with something, it validated, but after that point, it's about just getting up and getting on the best you can. And I think there's people who've like, you know, lost their limbs, and in videos you've seen, like people will have seen that really show that on full display. And I know mental illness and physical illness are very different, because as I say, mental abuse is worse than physical abuse. And essentially, I would say being ill almost feels like life or nature or self is punishing you for something. You know, you feel like you're a victim of an illness, or, you know, and technically, in a way, you kind of are, but a lot of people aren't. It's like, you know what I mean? But so wouldn't say mental illnesses like BPD, like I have, be excruciating, like they say. There's a study that said it feels like fourth or third degree burns over the body, not like in a way physically, but mentally, like the discomfort you get within yourself. And to be fair, it makes so much sense to put and this is just being real, at one point I literally drank like half a bottle of bleach out to get my stomach pumped. I was in that much pain, I wanted it gone. And you go that crazy from the pain, you're not even thinking straight. I was seeing things, you know, it's like psychosis, and it's like almost trauma and stress induced psychosis, which then can induce seizures from transit. So the whole brain really is linked so deeply. Mental illness is overlooked so much, it is so impactful, right? Definitely. And it really annoys me, like, so I want to change the views on mental health for sure. So I think everybody is, no one's normal. What's the definition of normal? We're all cells that form and mutate and grow into what we are, and there's definitely not going to be perfect along the way, is it? There's going to be some like errors. Wait, sorry, 1 second. Yeah, I get that one. So, it's, you know it too well. I can't say what to say then. Got to be polite. Not polite, but I can't swear too much. I can't swear too much. Too broken to be loved. So no, I feel like self-worth comes in there as well. Loving yourself. Because I know that's such a cliche. It's just, you know what I mean? It's such a common thing to say, like the stereotype, oh, you've got to love yourself before you can love anybody else. No, I think people take it wrong. I think people need to see self-worth within themselves. You need to see yourself as something valuable to be treated with any sort of value. Because otherwise you'll find the wrong people who won't treat you right. It's nothing to do with like the whole thing it doesn't make sense. I think that's how people need to be explained it. You got to think, I skateboarded like crazy when I had no family. I was in care. I didn't give a shit if I broke my back. Didn't care for I mean, and proved for the slip disc in my spine, tore my ACLs, compound fractures. And the moment I started to like, before I met my partner, before I started to have self-respect again, and I don't know how it came about. I think it was just not listening to what I'm told, and I think it's not easy when, you know, you got potentially a world around you. Because I mean, I know people could be like, "What do you know? You're a male." You know what I mean? Like, and truthfully, yeah, there is. I mean, I think right now, like they say, straight white male. This whole thing about being, yeah, we're not a minority, but we are really like. I think because for some dickheads, not even me, but like tried to hold themselves in power, straight white men for so long that everyone else is pissed off with them. So they're like, well, no, and I'm like, well, I wasn't even around. Like, I didn't even have a say in this. I think it's all stupid. I don't think anybody's above anybody unless they output more quality. Like, say if somebody just saves somebody from getting hit by a bus, that is a great person who's just done a great deed. There's no denying. It doesn't make them better than the person next to him, but like it doesn't make them worse or better. Like, do you know what I mean? You are valued by yourself. Individualism. I think it's the best way. You can't value people by other people. Oh, it's very difficult to explain. So I feel like people just also don't get it. It's a very wide open mindset. Like when I tell people now, you won't get it. We are all actually interconnected. Like actually consciousness runs so deep, right? To the point where like our into like probably in our dream state, after realm, anything you want to call it, we are interlocked consciously. 100%. And fighting each other is just so beyond stupid. Because I'm like, it's literally like, oh, I don't even want to get into it. It's just annoying me. It's just annoying me. It doesn't even matter. Let's just ignore the shit. Yeah, I definitely get that one. That's why, like, I've always wanted to be different, have tattoos, look different, not be me, I guess. It's like body dysmorphia, but worse. But I ended up just, that's why I ended up just, as you can see, people go, oh, I love the hair, and I just eat into it. I'm like, yeah, go on then. Because I felt, And that's almost impossible. It's almost unheard of with some people with BPD. But I feel like you can bend that reality, because if you're told something so much, you believe it. You read it. You go up and read BPD. You get told by a doctor it's this and you believe yourself. You manifest that such a negative state. And I was in that for such a long time. But I said, you know what? Fuck this. I can't. You're either not here, or you presently try, or you're not. And there's just no point. I was like, this is it. Make or break moment. And I don't think it happened straight away, but it was the little changes. I still get angry, I still get mad. BPD is never going away. It's like, but there is the ways to, like, I don't know how to describe it really. Just manage that. So you do feel like, I mean, you'll have more self-worth if you do lash out in the right way. But obviously with BPD, if anyone has it, you'll know you get extreme guilt and pain when you actually do hurt anybody. But the strong belief is you don't feel bad, like you don't care about anybody's feelings. In the moment when you're angry, you might not, but afterwards you can feel extreme guilt. It's horrible. I don't know, Bubba. So yeah, man, you're 100% right there, Andrew, bro. It's like on point. It's your energy, people, and that's what I believe in. I think we're all the same. Like I say, like skateboarding, fingerboarding, we all like to be creative with a piece of wood. I like skateboarding too, so I'm a skateboarder mainly, but like, or artists, but we're all interconnected with something we like. We're all gonna have things we don't like and we don't agree on. That is life. And like Tara said earlier, and I feel like I really want to stand that point. And I saw another video, and it's really annoying me, as I said, about the misogyny. I saw another video earlier about it. I've seen two from someone called is it Cam Kurt? I can't remember his name, but he's British. He's from like Newcastle, YouTuber. And he's two videos about like the manosphere and misogyny and stuff like that, and it's just really pissing me off. Beyond pissing me off, it gets my blood boiling, man. It really, really does. And I think there is hope if people can start seeing that change. People start sticking around, because people look, as I said earlier, at success and your actions around what you do. And if you're doing well and you've got a business, or like I have, or I got sober, is that people start to link, okay, what did you do right to like get that to maybe subconsciously, maybe consciously, and you start to copy it. But like seeing people who got Mercedes and they think, oh, I'm gonna do this, like I said earlier, it's just stupid. I do what I do to make me happy, and I am very happy. Where these guys go on podcasts and go, like I said about the McLaren, I don't get a McLaren because a girl won't know what McLaren is, but I don't care about a girl's opinion. But you just contradicted yourself like so much. Like, you didn't get a McLaren because a girl doesn't know what it is, but yet, did you like a McLaren yourself? Do you really want a McLaren? Get a McLaren. If that's the car you like, don't get something for someone else. And it's just a lesson to be learned throughout life. Don't try and please other people. Maybe people so easily done. If I can live as calm as I can try with my conditions, I'm pretty sure people can do it too, right? That's it. No more need be said. Like, I can't hold off anymore. I'm having a coffee. Like, I love everyone to set sign up. There's 30 people at the moment to choose from. Yeah, so there's 30 people to choose from. Out of winners, let's say the draw ends tonight. So go and sign up to the website. All you have to do is put an email in and a name, and you have a chance to win a glow-in-the-dark fingerboard and a beanie and some grip tape and a wax multi-pack. Like, looking at least £60-70 worth of stuff, which is just, in a tiny little relief package for like skating and fingerboarding. Oh, I wish you could be skateboards, but unfortunately they're not ready yet. I will be working on those maybe this month or next month. I'm really not sure. I was hoping at this point another company would have brought out to me, but unfortunately people are very much like gatekeepery in the community. So wait, see, I think that's the way of old. But you got to understand, who invented the way of the world? Men. So men have made it that way for themselves. Like, you got to really hear me out here. Like, I'm being serious. It's not. Well, no. Like, to do it's because of this divide. Men, like, go. Well, we built infrastructure. We built politics, and and we didn't let women in politics. And men dictated everything. And through that, what has happened is men are upset when they can't cry because they said to themselves, "Oh, we can't cry and man up." But then like, "Oh, but we have the right to, a human being." You're the ones that flipping imposed that. Like, what? How can you get mad over saying you imposed? That is the dumbest shit, right? So I appreciate what you said before. It's very true, but I would say only if a man believes that's how he's going to earn respect, and being around those people. Like, I have a partner who loves me very much, regardless of what I do. You know what I mean? If I had a job when I didn't, when I was an addict, well, she obviously hates seeming like that, but that's why I improve myself and do things for the people around you as well. But that's a whole story for another day. Um, and as people go, "Oh, you're whipped. What? Because I got sober? Because I want, you know, I love this whole thing." And it just goes on and on and on. I'm like, bro, you're so brainwashed. It's so crazy, alpha male crap. But anyway, so it's not about even the money and stuff like that. If you put yourself in a category with the people that do that, then yeah, there are people that the elites or the, you know, Epstein's a twat, more than a twat. Can't even get into. Can we even get into? Is there even a word for people like that? There isn't. There is just there's a special place in hell for those sort of people. Right. Moving on. So, like I say, if people turn around and say, "Oh, it's money," if I made money my thing and tried to speak to people like, "Oh yeah, money, I make some," but I can make it a big lie. I can make it a big, you know, "Oh, that's what it's all about." But it's really not. As I said, I've travelled a lot. You don't travel a lot without a lot of money. I had a lot of money at one point in my life, and I was very unhappy. I didn't have people around me. It's like I wasn't at the top, like in that world, but I was at the top with money. Let's say, and I've got very lonely. You know, coming out of care, I didn't have many friends. I lost a lot of friends, and I just realised can be a lonely world. And like having money, you know, cool. Maybe it is security and safety, and like, you know. But at the end of the day, at the same time, was I happy doing anything I was doing? Was I like running around like a chicken? Did I get to sit there and actually do stuff I wanted to do? No. And then at the moment I've done that in life, I do way more work. I do, you know, housework as well as run my business, as well as do life. I was done this like paperwork, drawing, fingerboarding, skateboarding. Like I literally have like what I say, like multiple. Because being at home is sort of like a job in a way. There's so much to do. Arguably, continuously cleaning up every day. So, but yeah, as I say, I will never agree with that whole standpoint. And this is what I mean by the reason I say stuff is because there are men who actually really come into life and believe that, you know, and that's where it starts. That's where the anger starts, because you're forcing this opinion on yourself that you will never get respect or loved if you don't have money. When my partner met me, I looked like a mushroom from Mario. I had really messy hair. I just got out of jail, and she took a chance on my personality. Because I can't be like us. I was just behind a lot of crap and been through a lot of stuff. I think men go about it wrong. If maybe, you know, but people ever considered, like, not you, I'm saying anybody, that like, maybe acted weird and freaked the girl out, and then, like, you know, someone. Do you get what I mean? If you freak a girl out, of course, like, she has a right, she has an opinion, she's allowed to 100%. It's not even, she shouldn't even be debated, bro. When someone goes, she has an opinion, should that even be said? 2026, it should be a fact of life. But men are so caveman and like Neanderthal like, to be honest. It's not alpha male, it's pre-bloody alpha, it's pre-bloody BC dating before Christ, man. This is what I'm saying. Right, this is a civilized modern age period. What is going on? It is interesting. And you know why it's interesting? Because, I mean, yeah, I get mad about it, but I only get mad because people have that opinion. What are the chances that I'm the one that has a partner, my own business, and I'm happy, where there's a guy probably who's on his break, who's sat there, who cheated on his girlfriend with his sister or her friend, but he's mad at her because she can't understand that he just, you know, he's just a man and needs to, you know, blah, blah, blah. But if she'd done the same thing, it's bang out of order. What kind of world is that, Tat, bro? You put yourself in the shoes for that? Oh, no, you can't. And you know why? Because it's not an alpha brain. If you can't think outside the box, that's not an alpha brain. If you can't think, okay, that would actually be kind of shit, that takes 2 seconds. That concerns me that that's who we have on the planet. If people can't step outside the box for 2 seconds, it's like the easiest thing to... If people can make a phone, I'm pretty sure, from elements of the earth and make a phone with a screen and Wi-Fi, I'm pretty sure you can figure out the simplicity of respect. I mean, seriously, please, people. I mean, the funny thing is, I actually get respect from women. I get respect from guys most of the time. But the guys who have been like nasty are like, of course, oh, why is that girl looking like that? Because you're a nasty piece of shit to them. But of course, the logics don't logic with some people. I mean, seriously, I'm not just against the guy. I mean, anybody who's extreme on any point of view, sort it out. Do you not see? It's the whole point of it called an extreme point of view is an extreme point of view. It might not seem extreme to you, but I mean, why can't we just be base level, man? And I know I made a point I talk about it because clearly there are people who believe this, and it's actually kind of disturbing because you've got to understand that I'm also a diagnosed sociopath. So I would literally, I'm not scared of the inevitable. I don't have to say it on here obviously without sort of just being like, I don't care about it, so I'll be respectful at the same time. But how I go out doesn't bother me. I've already been pronounced, you know, I had an NDE, out of body, you know, just pronounced. I had to get resuscitated. So to me, it done bother me. I've been attacked. It's almost like, I know it's coming as inevitable. I've experienced it. Like when I came back to it, it's more of a shock, to be honest with you, if anything. But hey, my point is like that is a cause that I would fight for till the end, and that's just equality, because equality is shown to be the best flipping way. If someone's got a bit of an input and output, and their output is positive, and they, you know, they're good at it and they're constructive, then you know what I mean. It's just done. And then see, he comes up with that. I find it really, really, really funny, man. I find it really funny because no, you don't. It's not embarrassing if I talk about traumas. I'm writing a book about it. It's other guys that get embarrassed when they say, "Oh, I cry." Yeah, I cry, but that means I can't punch it. Like I can't. I mean, serious. Oh, bro, we're gonna get into this again. So I'm gonna get my like a guy who can cry, who can max out the hip abductors and lift over 100 kg at the gym. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of. I find that funny, and then they leave and they get mad and they've got nothing to say and. Because they're like, oh no, because there's a guy who's actually not, oh, I'm just going to attack him for his trauma, blah, blah, blah. Do you not see how much of a hateful world that becomes? It's funny. You know, I honestly, and if people think I'm angry right now, no, this is passion. Like I will say multiple times, over and over again, non-stop. Oh, right, mate, you keep thinking that. Equality. Yeah, definitely. You know, oh man, I find it so far. I don't even know the names of these guys because they're just like Andrew Tate. Like, look, they're just like, oh, I don't even know how to describe the knowledge. Right, really, to be honest with you, it's unreal. And the funny thing is that like, I never lost a fight. Oh, I nearly got beat up, and he was like, well, you don't win them all. It's not what you said before, is it, mate? Like me, I've broken my ribs. I've been beaten up plenty of times, but I still go in with a fight. That's just me. And if people want to be like, oh, what can you do, you stick figure? True, yeah, I look skinny, but I'm like, bro, where is this video? I've posted too many videos, and it's your guys' fault. I'm joking. So when I say this one is, I love it because it's like when people say embarrassed at skateboarding or, you know, get a job or grow up. Here we go. Let's fast forward a little bit. Maxing it out. So I also feel like people go, oh, I bet you're one of those guys that's like a pansy. No, I would 2 foot someone in the flipping, you would go through a wall and your body would break. That's nearly 100 kg with my inner thighs. That's my inner thighs. And there's guys who just sit there living under their mum's roof, who just sit there self-loathing when they should be being respectful because they actually have a mother that they're letting them live under a roof for one. And then I don't know, and then they get put in a place by me, because like people like me who just, you know, who are already on top, who are already like stronger than you, and that's just a fact of life. Hello, welcome. I love it, man. People really need to learn. And I will literally step aside the money in the business for a second for being someone who get taught the right way and how to respect a woman, right? That's just how it is. You don't get about anywhere in life not respecting anybody. You got to be nice to people. And then, you know, fair enough if someone's a dick, you can just stand your ground. But like from the get-go, people, get it right, people. Seriously. People complaining about the world going to shit, and yet they're part of it. They're part of the issue. What's up, man? Is that how you doing? I'm guessing. Yeah, I'm good. How you doing, bro? So I have a fingerboard and skate company. And today, I can't fingerboard because my arthritis is honestly worse it's been again since the new year, because it's like the coldest it's been since the new year. It's really foggy today. If you want to go watch my video, I can fingerboard sometimes. Like, I'm a better skater, but that's not happening now because where's my board? What's this? Is it this one? No, that's all good. absolutely mashed up. I mean, it still rolls. That's the funny thing. Obviously, with the pressure on all the boards and all the wheels, it still does roll. Yeah, but it's static because because now at this point the bearing can pop off and the wheel can actually fall. Because the only thing keeping it on is the bearings. But when the bearings break inside, there is nothing holding it in place, so it can just fall off. I've had it before. Terrifying. We've thrown off at like 50-mile-an-hour bombing a hill because my wheel just came off. There's some videos you can find, they're very rare where wheels come off, but yeah, so it starts off breaking down like this. I'd say like the shield comes off, so then you just got the boards that are exposed, and then and then when that pressure pops to side, like, you know, one way or the other, a ball slips out, and then boom, the rest do. Or the nylon cage breaks, and then yeah, disaster strikes. To be fair, these bearings look alright. I might for now, just so I've got some bearings. Do you know what I mean? Right, 2 seconds, guys. I've done some electrolyte. I need no too much information. Not really. One sec. Sorry, I literally just come up with it, but because I've done psychology, I like to break things down in my head and thought patterns in my head, and I thought, you know what, it makes sense why skaters are humble when we have the integrity, right? So constantly banging out a trick, it takes us longer to achieve anything than most people do. Skating is very, very difficult. We fall over in front of people all the time. We injure ourselves. We're in this vulnerable state. A lot. I've been knocked out of. Well, obviously I had seizures before and stuff like that. That's why I reckon. Obviously I was never aware because you have a seizure. You're not aware if it's because you've fallen off the board or you had a seizure. You just wake up aching. So I'm guessing it was the seizures. And a lot of injuries. But it's like that integrity I think skaters get, and why we are also we don't care, we will rebel back, is because skate attitude was very anti-culture anyway. So we do speak out on it, like people. And to be honest with you, a lot of times, because obviously I think it's one of the main cultures. I know people go, skate girls, like, it is mainly male dominated, but when you had a girl who, there are so many girls that dress, have the culture, they want to be part of it, and we wouldn't be like, yo, what's up, dude, what's good, bro, like, it just became, that's how they spoke to you, that's how they wanted to be spoke to, and it was nothing to do with being like transgender or part of the LGBT, it's just, you're part of this community, and I felt like it was so diverse and happy, but it was like anyone else tried to push against it, you would have bite, but you'd also be really respectful, really kind. I think skaters just generally are, like the amount of times, I'd see an old lady or something like that, and I would actually stand there to help her across the road if I was skating a spot, because cars were just flying by, so I'd actually stand there with my mates to to help her. Obviously, wouldn't try and make, because I know old people like to do stuff on their own, they're very much, but we could see she was looking over and looked at it, it's like, I walked over, I was like, would you like any help? She was like, I really wanted to ask, but I didn't want to disturb the boys' sesh, which I didn't say sesh, obviously. That'd be so sick. Granny just pulls out a fucking, an ounce one, she's like, you got a lighter? I don't know, proper. But it's like that. The glasses come up and the smoke comes up. It's like the OG meme or whatever. Is it a 420 Colorado? Why did I say it like that? In Colorado. Oh man, I thought it can't be. I was like, actually, it is, because it's. I love it when people forget. Like the minutes are exactly the same everywhere. Aren't they? Yeah, I swear they are. Pretty much. It's got to be, because it is 10:23 here, so I'm sure they're the same. Or am I wrong? I swear they're the same. Because it's just by hours, isn't it? It goes by hours change. Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to probably look like a white idiot now. Clearly, being well travelled doesn't mean everything. But yeah. Oh, I actually really want to get these boards out. I think that's what I'm impatient about. I want to get these boards out of the mould. It's the ones where I've done with the lighthouse and stuff like that. I might actually go and sand this down in a minute, to be fair, and spray it, because I've got a few boards I want to spray up. This one's a glow-in-the-dark anglerfish board. I like how I show it as I'm saying it, but just in case people don't know. Just going to sort out the bolt holes And then I'm gonna add the countersink, and then I'm actually, yeah, countersink holes, and then I'm gonna go and spray it. Sorry guys, when I get stuck into this work, I end up like getting to this. Is why I don't do it at the moment, because I'm getting so sucked into it. I can't talk and do both. Yeah, that's why I was kind of wanting to. You know the sunset one, and yes, with the lighthouse and the palm trees. Unfortunately, those ones aren't going to be glow in the dark. They will be. I can do them glow in the dark. But I was thinking, in the mystery packs, do I do the same boards, but do some of them glow in the dark, some of them not, so you don't actually know? And one day you just got it on your shelf, and you like look over it, and you're like, wait, is that glowing? Because it, you know, it's just a like nice little surprise. You might not even realise it straight away. That's my point. And then some of the boards obviously will be layered as well. Like, I mean, different coloured layers. It's not like where you can pick it at the moment, because I feel like it's just a nice surprise. Normally people pay extra for like coloured dice stuff, because it does take a while. You've got to leave them in all these little pots to set for like about a week, and then you've got to dry them out in like proper, keep them straight, you know, otherwise they start warping. So there's a lot of work goes into it. But if you love what you do at the end of the day, you don't mind. I'm sure Banksy loves what he does, but he doesn't ask for a pound. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I was thinking, to be fair, because I've also got this sort of material I could use, because when it comes to printing on the board, you can use a very, 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 very thin layers of stuff that could like essentially like heat transfer stuff, I guess. That stick to wood, heat transfer wood, like, and there are reflective like patterns, but I don't know how well that would work. I want to do half Terminator, half teddy bear, but I felt like that design was already taken. Do you know what I mean? So down the middle, like half it would, and then, but I wanted it to look like a full teddy bear, and when you like revealed it after a while, because obviously the real wear, it would start to show he's like a Terminator underneath. I thought that would be a sick idea. So if someone else wants to do that, cool. I'm full of them, right? I always say that. I don't mind saying stuff, and people are like, you shouldn't say that because people steal your ideas. I'm like, people, I have too many ideas. I go through like a million a day, and they're gone. That's just the truth. So if any of them help, feel free. You know what I mean? I think it's a nice offering. Also, if you have a 3D printer and you want the ramps that I do, so I did respond earlier, Bubba. Or is there more messages? Sick. Wait, what's sick? What's happened? What's that? What's been said? Is that sick in a good way? I'm guessing so. Yeah, but the only message I've seen, it's like, hello. I did respond saying hello. Nah, that's alright. Yeah. I'm also really wanting to skate one of my bigger boards, like, so badly. Is there a text then? Is that what you're trying to say, maybe? Do you know? Sorry, bro. Well, not sorry, but I was just messaging my partner back. See, am I doing my board or not? Yeah, because I said I'd be doing my board with my partner's face on it. But at the moment, I haven't got enough wood. I had enough wood to make some boards for some sales, but to actually make boards to, you know, for personal use, that's the one I'm struggling with at the moment. I don't actually have enough wood, and obviously it's fine. Like personal use, that sounds quite funny for the boards, but yeah, I don't have enough. Sort of gutted about this graphic. I'm hoping it comes out a little bit more, but I don't know if it's going to be a case of it's going to look dark until it glows more. Yeah, it'd be a pretty cool idea actually. I like that. But I mean, to be fair, she yeah, she just wants to be put on one of my board. Wants a board. I thought it'd be quite funny because there's a photo I've got on my phone, which is a really nice photo of her. And I don't know, it's giving the GTA girl vibes. You know, like on the the one that's like doing that. That's the sort of vibes it's giving. Yeah, she wants that board. Obviously, that's going to be for me personally anyway. But that's why I haven't made it at the moment, because I don't have enough wood to do anything personal. Only enough to actually make boards for sale, because otherwise, you're just eating it just like money like that. So I'm gonna have to do 2 yesterday, and that's what's coming out the mold today. And then yeah, this one, which is, I say, very difficult to see. It's a misprint, but it's a anglerfish. I will be doing another one of these, which is going to be clearer. This is why this is going in the misprinted, because you have the issue if you make a board and then you want to make a change to it, and someone else gets it, you could just be like, well, yeah, it's changed, it updated, or which But if someone compares them and they look different, and one looks way better than the other, and you know that the new one's going to be the standard for that board, then you should consciously, like, if you made one, you're like, okay, it's too dark, but I don't want to waste it, but I'm going to be changing it because the content was too dark. So once you printed it, it's too late, it's on there. Do you know what I mean? I mean, on a skateboard, it's easier to sand down because you've got a lot more wood, but with these, to sand the graphic off is a pain in the ass because they are real wear, but it would just take ages. Because they're not like real wear, like, so, like, some skateboards are done through the layers of wood, which I think is actually a lot more difficult to wear down off the layer, but then some of them are done with the way the paint's layered on top of the board and sort of like heated into it, so it kind of like would smudge a little bit, which is I think actually quite common. So it doesn't. It's not. It looks like, if you look really close, you'll see the graphic looks like it's smudged, but it's just because it's almost heat and friction has moved that the graphic has almost heated up enough and like slid slightly. So like if I got this and was to heat up for long enough, it takes a lot longer because it's a different type, as I said, because it's a lot more durable. Than a few other methods. But the reason I do believe in star signs now, as it said, that they think outside the box. Like, they won't do anything conventionally, they'll do it differently. And I did. I made the board so differently from however any company's done it. And it's a completely new method. So, it's still sticking with the industry standard of like tools and stuff, but like, yeah, I'm not going to give too much more away on that one. More realistic, yeah, to be fair, because where it's so deep down, it would just be, and it is like you can barely just see like the slightly blue on the board, and the fact that the light's just glimmering off of him and some of his fins and stuff like that. But if people want to see it glow up, I don't mind quickly charging it up so people can see what it looks like. So I don't think I've shown this one yet. UV lamp. Let's sit there with a tan, get a tan. You know what I mean? Don't know if it would actually work with that. It should do. Oh crap. I'm getting too old for this, man. Okay, when I say I'm getting too old, I mean I'm getting too old with injuries, okay? I'm not too old at all. I'm like a 5-year-old adult, or whatever they say. When they say you're like an adult when you turn 20 again, like you're a baby, like you're a baby adult. You start off as, you go up to an adult. Why can't I speak today? I honestly think of like, I've got brain damage. Well, I have brain damage slightly, but this feels like a whole other level. Just charge it up. As I said, there's no sunlight at the moment, so it's not going to do anything. Let's swag up. Walking with that wop. Is it the wop? Or like, no, I don't know the dance move, I don't know. Oh no, I just thought something rude in my head. No, that's not okay. It really annoys me that, like, I wish I was a comedian sometimes, just because I feel like I wish I could say what I want to say without the fear of being like properly cancelled. Because to me, I don't care about you. I have customers now. It's like, cancel me, cool. I have my own business, I have my own website. Like, it's not the same. That's why I established a business rather than an online. More of it's more about the business than it is. And so many people have actually signed up to my website. I've got all the customers, but people don't have to worry. It's completely behind all like safe paywalls, firewalls. Nobody is getting through that system, because also you are looking at someone who's got a star out, and I also know a little bit too about hacking and using like. Well, I can literally pound malware. I'm not malware. I'm not going to. And viruses. So there's oh, it looks so good. Right, let's take it into the bathroom. Bathroom. The lavatory. No. So there you go. So it is a misprint, as you can see, because the green didn't come up far enough. But to be fair, so even like in the semi-lit, right, does it light up on the wall? Ish. As I said, I will be doing it slightly differently, but I can't even focusing on it now. But yeah, so that's going to be misprinted. That board's it's only going to be like 20 quid because it's a glow in the dark one, where normally there'd be like 45 or 42, depending on the size of the board. I can't actually remember. If they're wider, I think they're 45s. These ones are not 45, sorry. These, flipping heck, wrong board again. This one's 36mm wide. And I honestly can't. I really do recommend wide boards. They are when I hold it like that, it looks elongated. That's why I don't like holding it like that. It looks like out of shape. But there you go. Voila, beauty. Honestly, is, and this is, as I said, now in a mystery pack. So you guys can get this board for £15, I believe. And how, I don't know, it's like 35 anyway. 45. I keep saying 35. It's 45, bro. Oh, my brain. Oh well. I'm so dopey today. It's so funny. I actually do have blue glowing. I've run out. I had multiple different colours. I had orange, blue, pink. What colours? I had purple. I've always said purple now twice. Oh, my poor brain, honestly. But yeah, that's I am going to be ordering when I get paid again. I'm going to be getting some more material, and it will be the it's white to blue. That's the colour I go for. Is the white to blue, because I mean, if it looks white, it looks, you know, you can get more detail on it. But then when if it's blue anyway, it struggles with detail. If I want to do shading and print on something, you know, that's slightly blue or something like that. As I said, it's a new lowering system, but you can't just put vinyl down. You can't just put glow in the dark ink down or paint down, because it won't. So I'm not giving it away, but like it, I generally don't think many people are going to be able to actually figure this out at all, because nobody's done it. And I'm like, damn, it is quite outside the box now I think about it. Like really, really is. You just wouldn't think about it. It's like, even when if I think about it, I'm like, it still sort of makes sense. Does that make sense? I don't know. Oh, I'll take the dog for a walk in a second, guys. That is awesome. I hadn't even thought about that, to be fair. I was thinking about, I do like that idea, it's really cool. No, I don't, unfortunately. I was thinking about ones that had like the hologram, like when you move it in it, but they're too thick and what it uses, and because you can't just stick anything on the bottom. That's the, you know, the whole point is, it is, you can just see it is the graphic. It is just, do I even have another one that's just, well yeah, like this, you can see. It's the wood underneath, but it's the graphics obviously been sprayed and that, but, so you can't just like, because I've got glow in the dark powders that I use for the wheels and the acrylic and the wheels like that, so I can't just like pour a powder on there and like, because there's also, you can do, because if you also do heat transfer vinyl, which is what it is, you have to use a powder on the wood to like get it to stick anyway. So there's a lot of work that goes into that. What's up, bro? Welcome. But yeah, I know. I mean, this board, there's only one of a kind of this one, and it's going up, and there will be more of this sort of board, but obviously lighter. I'm probably going to change it slightly, so that's why this will be one of a kind. And I will be putting it up probably in about 20 minutes, half an hour. But then it, you know, you've got about 3-4 days before it will come, because it still needs a spraying down. But it's still, if you want it, it's yours. Actually, we're going to start adding it now, to be fair. I did make custom boards, but the issue I have with people is I'm constantly changing their mind. And obviously then I done a deposit thing and lock in, but nobody wanted to pay a deposit on a board. But I was like, you understand, the deposit goes towards the payment you've already paid. I don't just take a deposit and not send this to you like everybody. But I was like, it's so long to explain to people. Like, no, you keep, the money would be taken off and deducted, the total from the deposit you paid. That makes sense, right? But you know, I don't even know. People just don't always have common sense, I guess. The one thing I wanted is Creative Commons, which is licensing you can get. There's something else you get, I can't remember what it's called, but to use other companies' stuff. But this is the one thing I struggle with. I really want to, but at the same time, I'm like, I really want to create everything of my own that's original. Just, I feel like every company copies, does something, does a spin-off, and I don't mind doing spin-off. Yeah, I do sell them, man. So I've got a 25% sale on as well at the moment, and there's also, I'm doing a giveaway out of 30 people. If you sign up to my website, which is just an email, skatelection.co.uk. But yeah, if you sign up, I think you even just click on the profile thingy. Yeah, if you sign up on the thingy, you don't even have to put any, like, just an email and a name. Then I'll know who to pick from. I'll do a random generator, and then, yeah. Then there's 30 people at the moment. But we're going to do, like, 3 giveaways. And then there's a top prize will be, like, a beanie. I'm going to put them down here. Be a beanie. glow in the dark fingerboard. Wrong packet. Glow in the dark fingerboard. Multi-pack of wax. Grip tape. Nail file. Sticker pack. You know, a whole load of things like that. If someone else could actually write, because I don't know how, I know I'm just very stupid. It's funny, I can code a website partly, because partly it's drag and drop, part of it's coded, but I don't. So yeah, just literally skateaddiction.co.uk. I ship to 27 different countries. So it's the name of the channel, just .co.uk at the end. I'm sorry I can't be more helpful unless someone else can write it in the chat. That'd be brilliant. I might be able to get a screenshot if that actually helps. That takes you to. Let me see. I might have a QR code you might be able to scan. Because also when you scan the back of the packet, it tells you if it's an authentic board or not. Right. I don't know if this is. Let me just scan this myself and check. 2 seconds, guys. Oh no, please, yes. Ooh, I thought it was going to work then. Right. So I know it's back to front. I got on it. Oh, okay, no worries. But yeah, if anybody wants to get onto it, this is a screenshot. I'd take a screenshot of it now, and then you'll be able to come back to it. So I love it as well because it's got the little Skate Addiction logo in the middle. Very snazzy, but I just want to keep it up there for a few seconds and we're good. But yeah, I'd love to see more customers, honestly, guys. It's slow growth of the business, but I would rather tailor to a small community. It's more about quality than quantity. You know, there's like, what, 20 products on there now, and a lot of them are one of a kind, a lot of them are like one, like, and they're rare. Some of them are the rarest, like, sort of graphics, like glow in the dark wise. There are no graphics that on the market that have this much detail that are glow in the dark, because each line you can see this tiny little line is glow in the dark. Now if they try to do that with paint and other things, I've seen it's a failure. And the wood I use as well is, because it's actually Canadian maple and premium. Look how strong that and durable that is. That is meant to be, that's one piece. You can hear like the going back and forth without it like cracking. If that was factory pressed wood, that would snap. And guess what? Most of your companies use that factory pressed wood. They don't use. It's sad, honestly. Wait, you tried to paste that link. Do you mean in the chat? It's okay if you obviously couldn't. But as I said, I don't know if the QR code works. I know it needs to be flipped. Tell you what, actually, if I do this quickly, because people can just scan it. If you want to shout about, honestly, it's people. Brilliant. Let me just get it up. Flip the camera around. And here we go. So if you just want to screenshot that, that will take you to the website. I hope everyone's got it. Yeah, it's weird. It could do, to be fair, because I know it doesn't like people like redirecting, but at the same time, I don't know, it's a pain in the ass really. We're just doing like moving on. I'm going to get this titled on my hand. Cracking deck. Wait, what's that? I appreciate that. What, the one on the main image? Yeah, that was actually a very popular board. I want to show people quickly because this is like my love for the channel. I work on it every day. I will be releasing a board that's like this. So this was when I fell off my board and I sketched it. So I was like, you know what, it'd be quite funny to be able to have a graphic where I thought, you know, stacked off my board. Right, anyway, moving on. The first skateboard and fingerboard I've done was this one. Look, oh, full size board. Thank you, bro. And then wait, let me find the where I've changed the website, as I say, because I work on it every single day. You know, so this is it. Literally, if you look at the quality of this, there, the actual photo. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna flip it around because this is terrible quality. So if you look at it, the quality's off. Boom. Now that actually is not, people that are using AI. No, that's using textures and drawing. I can draw. I've realised now, kind of semi-realistic, which really shocked me. Part of it's drawn, part of it's obviously, like, as I said, edited. But I used fresco. and this is, I don't believe it's AI, not that I found on this app anyway, drawing app. And then this, so people can probably tell with some of the lines, for example, like if I get really close, you can sort of see, to be fair, I did a quite good job, but that little bit dark around there and stuff like that. And then when you click on, tells you all the colours used, like the browns and the blues. Anyway, but yeah, so I literally was just using stuff like, oh no, don't come off of it, you idiot. Textured pens and stuff like that, like canvas, chalk, rake, and then the graphics coming out tonight in the mould. I'm actually really looking forward to these graphics coming out. I think the palm tree one is probably my favourite, or the lighthouse one. But yeah, as I said, start on the section and the mystery packs. The chances of people finding the same board in the mystery pack, not very likely, because I'm literally just working on the graphics non-stop. That's all I'm doing. So the funny thing is, I used to be able to shooting stars, which is like backflips going forwards, but I can't. So I should say running forwards backflip, but I shouldn't. It made it sound like I was doing the backflips forwards. It's like, is that not a front flip? But no, yeah. I appreciate it, bro. That one is coming out. I've got 2 in the mold today. They will be available. As I said, this one's glow in the dark, as I showed earlier. It still needs sanding down. It's going to be sprayed. I'm going to go spray it probably in about 20 minutes or so. But my boards are some of the thinnest. They're some of the uniquest glow in the dark boards on the market. There is really like barely any glow in the dark boards. And who wants to be sponsored? Because I can't fingerboard. I can. Well, actually, no, this is debatable. I'm saying it. I can fingerboard, but I can't fingerboard. I can sometimes. Like, I'm kind of really good sometimes for a year. The arthritis at the moment today, guys, is honestly. Don't feel well my belly then. That was a bit loud. But yeah, seriously, pain in the ass, to be honest. The reason I can't pop sometimes is because generally the mobility from my arthritis is awful. It'll warm up, I'll go run in some hot water in a minute. But one thing I want to show you as well, there's a lot of companies, the reason I leave in the mould for 24 hours is because when I start making the boards, they look like this. Now, don't get me wrong, I guess it looks okay. That's okay, man, no worries. I hope you have a good day. And thank you for sticking around and supporting the business and stuff like that. Well, it is really just good. I know it's not supporting the business directly, like buying it, but it's not about always products, it's about meeting people in the community. But anyway, so they ended up going from like that to that, and the reason one's like thinner and stronger and actually got wheel arches and just a lot nicer is because how long you leave it in the mold for. So that's left in the mold for 24 hours, sometimes longer, because I generally can't bother to take it out and sand it down. It's like it's really the part of the process I can't lie and say I love all of it, right? Because some of it's like, oh, I reckon if I had an actual sanding belt, I would enjoy the process a lot more. But at the same time, I'm really against doing everything with like electricity. Example, like if I can do this all by hand, this is just natural. I know, fair enough, like printing on the board, getting a graphic on the board, that bit isn't so much. But if I was just to get pieces of wood, slice them down, I mean, wheels could probably be made differently. You don't need to necessarily have bearings. They wouldn't be able to roll as well. But you could make a skateboard at least a freestyle one. If you make carpet boards, you could just put logs. You don't have to roll, but you could do the same tricks like flip the board and stuff like that. So I feel like realistically, skateboarding does bring back that more like natural playing, instinct. So much better. Yeah, as I said, I'd love to see new customers. We got sale on spring, and it automatically applies the code. You don't need to spring sale 25%. You don't need to Have I ever tried copper line gloves? No, I've never. I know it's because does it conduct heat or something better or something like that, or is it like saying I know it's conduct something, but anyway, yeah, it's getting worse. Like every day it feels like I'm just getting worse. Luckily, it's mainly just affecting my hands, my hands and my wrists at the moment. Not so much my knees and my back. They're already plagued from the other injuries. God's given me a rest. But no, honestly, as I said, I'd love to wait 1 second. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Really, it's like lithium, right? Like, there's in a battery is a good antidepressant. So what? Or for like bipolar disorder. Really annoys me that bipolar has a treatment medication. It's not on them, people with BPD, but bipolar, I mean, but BPD doesn't. You can't give someone with BPD something to relieve it because it's so severe that when they get hooked on it, it's actually that bad. Apparently, like you almost have to live with it, because if you don't, when you don't deal with it, it's so much worse. So you literally sentenced to just deal with it or don't. That's it. I'm not even joking. You can't. It's the worst condition in psychiatry to treat, deal with, and diagnose. I feel bad for anybody that tells me they've got BPD. It's absolutely evil disorder, honestly. Oh, I'm so tempted to go for a skate as well, to be honest. Got that skating instinct. No, that skate urge to skate. Oh, it's so bad today. It's actually quite sad. I don't know how to describe it. I'm deteriorating already. I don't know how to describe it to people at this age. I'm like, oh, great. I appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it does. I think the way to see it, like when you go through, like there's bonuses and negatives actually, really. And it's still linked into what you're saying completely, so I agree with it. I just think like you go through your negatives, and the bonuses are, you learn. It's like a monkey is that saying where he's got the button, he pushes it to get electrocuted or get a nut. He's not going to keep pushing the button to get electrocuted. He's going to keep pushing. He'll realise which button does which, and eventually he'll push the button to get the nut every time. So it's like doing the same thing and expecting a different result. Definition of madness too. I think they all really do link, and it's that sort of. Then trauma falls in. I know it's so complex. The brain is so complex, but trauma is like it's a two-way street. It's like a good way to see it. You have it's a two-way street. The right saying. Like it's got goods and it's got the good and the bad. I mean, you learn what's dangerous. You essentially become that monkey with the peanut and the button. You're like, okay, that's dangerous. I'm not doing that again. I'm not going there. Now, some people would be able to put your life on hold, but I mean, arguably, say something happens, it's like, well, luckily I didn't do that then. It's only ruining your life. And people don't understand this with people with BPD or people that just don't have PTSD. It's not ruining their life because they're not going out somewhere. They've barely got by and just survived it. They don't want to go back out there. They're actually happy to be at home in their living room. People don't understand that. They think, oh, no, and they make you feel bad about it. It's like, well, that's not meant to be a quality of your life. What is a quality of your life? A quality of your life is what you make it. People are like, oh, at your age, you should be out partying. I don't want to be. Like, you just increase your chances of so many issues, right? It's like tenfold plus. It just keeps going. You've got endless issues. I'd just rather avoid it, stay at home and do me. So, still socialise in those moments. But obviously, people when they're drunk as well, they're at their lowest. They're at their lowest. They're like, self-respect at that point is just gone. It's horrible. So it's best avoided. Anyway, guys, I am going to go and have a cigarette, I think, because this is why I get pacey. It gets like, after about 20 minutes hot. I think I'm going to pre-roll through the day so I can quickly just go and have them. Oh, definitely. I mean, we've got so many almost like human condition in a way, like things that humans are, as I say, conditioned to kind of do. Not, and we're all different, but we all kind of want to be seen, but also sometimes like not. It's so weird, like how we all are different, but we have the same goals. And I think they might be slightly different, right? Granted, but I mean, I feel a lot of people do want power and control. It depends what varying degree that may be. That might just be over their immediate life, just so they feel stable and secure, right? Because that is control. Having control over your bills and your finances. People think control is just a bad thing, but you need to see it maturely. Like, no, having control over certain aspects of your life is important. Having control over addiction, having control over your bills, having control over your time and your routine. So, I think it is important. If it is, you know what I mean. I mean, didn't you say I have BPD? Yeah, I definitely would. I mean, I would love that. It'd be like, it would be the best thing ever, to be honest with you. I generally think if I was to wake up one day and have like no BPD, normal, I think I'd probably cry. I think I would. I think it would be so overwhelming because it. I was speaking to AI the other day. It's the only time I really speak to AI, but I said people with BPD. It's a bit like somebody who was blind and goes blind in their life, and they can have dreams about they see stuff vividly, but wake up and they're blind. So I have dreams pre-trauma, pre-PTSD, pre-BPD, and not like before. It's like my life now, but without it. But I don't like to sit there and go, oh yeah, I haven't got this, I haven't got that. It's just everything feels so much better in the dream. I'm at peace, I'm calm. I wake up and then my brain's screaming at me in agony because of the BPD. It's just flipping horrible. That's a wake up call and a half. But yeah, it's one thing I think is very difficult, and I mean, truthfully, I have no answers for people because even now, I'm not saying I have answers, but people obviously do say to me like, yeah, I learned this, or this has really helped me, or you've really helped me with this. I would be lying if I said I have control over my emotions. Like I said earlier, I can be a very angry person, and I think sometimes, unfortunately, I don't know, men are, and this is why I do have that. You shouldn't do anything. You shouldn't act on anger necessarily against anybody. I understand men have this like primal domination to do it in them, but then it's almost mature to step out and realize, okay, that's not the way to be. There's a time and a place, right, to be, to exert your dominance, to be in control. I mean, primarily it's going to be there, of course it is. Like, we're like animals primarily, but you know what I mean, it's just anyway, back to what I was I don't know what I was saying now. People forgot what it is. It's just so dumb, innit? It really is stupid. Yeah, I don't have any answers how to control over my emotions, and if anybody finds it, please let me know, because bro, I'll pay you, I give you my business, my shares, I say my shares, it's everything in the business. I probably would. If it meant like eternal happiness without BPD, I'm not even joking, I think that would be very, I mean, yeah, definitely, because I'd just go and start another business. You have the integrity, if I managed to do it without BPD, but at the same time, would I? Because BPD makes you, not just BPD, whatever condition you have makes you who you are. And I feel like if you actually alter that slightly, there's a reason we are like we are. Like you said earlier, it's like it's the almost human condition as well. Like we are meant to have some level of pain or suffering, because then life is comparable. And what I mean by that, some people don't understand, is if every day, if people know Harry Potter, right, the book and the film, obviously. I mean, people know it probably more by the film, but anyway, get out the point. You know the mirror where you see everything you want, and it's like, but in the book it doesn't say anything. But if the richest man, it might say it in the film. Oh, shut up, Josh. It says the richest man who was happy and had everything stood in front of his mirror, he wouldn't see anything, he'd just see himself. Now that whole concept is brilliant, because that is quite literally, 2 seconds. I now forgot what I was comparing it to. That is my brain for you today. Oh well. Shit. It's actually heartbreaking. I forgot what I was saying now. That right there, I actually think, right, so I call it like Zaps, right? I think it's from pre-gambling. But sometimes I just get these moments where my brain goes completely blank. There's no way to. It's like I've come to a cliff. I'm like, whoa, and I'm teeter-tottering on the edge of a conversation. I was like, what was I saying? Where am I? Why am I here? It's the weirdest. That can't be right. You know what I mean? That's not healthy. Yeah, that's definitely true. There's not much to ask for either, really, if you think about it. Do you know what I mean? I also just think people, like, if I just don't get it, if I can learn to control my anger. Yes, I've had my times where I was a kid and I was growing up and I was an angry person, and I messed up and got arrested. But I mean, there's a learning curve for everybody. But when you're in your 40s and you're still like doing it, I'm like, bro, like, or like even 30s, mid-20s. But it's funny because I have people going, bro, you're a legend, like you have a business, that's so cool, I respect you, I want to be you. And then I explain, and he's like, do you have a girl? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, I bet she just holds you back and stuff like this. And I'm like, well, actually, no. She's like, we help each other out. And they don't like that. So then they go the other way, and then they try and throw like some shit at you, essentially. I'm like, bro, kind of like a metaphorical monkey right now. You know, when like monkeys actually try to shit at each other. I'm like, how like primal and childish. I think it's like, oh, your mum. You might as well just say my mum. Like, where's how pathetic? Grow up. But like, it's almost like they don't like the other people having an opinion either as well. It's like, cool, I like, I respect your opinion, but we all have an opinion. People do not like that. But then if someone didn't respect your opinion, you get pissed. It's like, really, no one can think outside the box for just a minute. And see, people leave, people unfollow, and it doesn't bother me, because I would rather have the load of people who are actually genuine, nice people follow me anyway, and the people, you like pick them out. You just say stuff that that the people who you don't like or don't agree with, who have nasty point of views, will generally just not follow you, or they follow you in rage bait, and they get mad at you and stuff like this. But then they just give you more engagement. It's like a win-win situation, right? Like at the moment, they're trying to block art and music for some, and they can't say why. But if people understand why, you just think for a minute. Yeah, there's an ideology that doesn't like music and art and culture like that. Like thinking, excuse me. Well, if I want to draw, I'm a fucking drawer. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's funny. That is funny. You can't stop it. You can't. Do you know what? You cannot beat a man that will not comply. You just can't. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be respectful, but then at that point, at some point, you just like, bro, what are you even playing at? Like, you trying to have me on my ear? Yeah, funny joke. Right, this is for so I roll this now, so it just gets out over and done with. Because later on, I go to do it and be rushed in the last minute. And now I roll myself. Something that the government approves of. I'm joking, but they do. I just don't understand this shit. Anyway, guys, I'm going to quickly go and have this. It only take me a minute or two, so just go to the doorstep. And hopefully, I don't even know, like, I come back, I try and have a warm up. I don't even know what I'm doing about my hands at the moment. They're just not working, unfortunately. I mean, I really got some good clips with Fingerboard, so I can edit those, but it's just not the same. I want to be able to do it on live for everyone, because some of them can be real clean. So I missed those, wait. To be fair, I just think naturally, like, we would be... Everything we do now is not natural. As human beings, right, we would have just got up, had very limited options to pick, so it's like the brain power is very limited, you don't have to use much. You would have berries, nuts, or mushrooms, right? Who knows, bit of grass, bit of garnish, right? And then what, you move out there, you go, find some more, you go like hunting, scavenging, stuff like that, constantly moving, eating little bits and stuff like that. And now we just stay in a place, in a cage, a glorified bird cage. Let's just say that. I've seen that somewhere, I don't know what film or what that is, but yeah, glorified bird cage, sitting there eating processed crap, and poisoning ourselves and stuff like that. I generally want to, when I said if this boat situation happens, which I feel like is going to happen at some point, but I'm going to have to get a boat. If I just find land, I will just generally start living off the land. You know what I mean? And then if people have an issue in someone's land, I'll try and go to the middle of flipping nowhere. So I mean, keep some battery banks, just to figure out, and use maps, just to figure out where I am. It's a good part about technology. And then once that's died, I don't care about it anymore. Off the grid, off the phone. It's just to get me to a location, so I know that I'm in a kind of like no man's land situation where it's not necessarily owned by anybody. Maybe nobody really comes by. It's a really like dead zone, let's say. That is the plan. I mean, it's so doable to live like that. People think, there's no way you could survive. There's every way you could survive. That's how we've done it before for centuries and generations. It's so unbelievably possible. It would shock people. I mean, you can literally eat shrubbery. You can eat a lot of the stuff is actually got proteins, nutritions in it. You know what I mean? Like, rivers are normally clean, fresh running water from streams, from hot springs and stuff like that. And springs, funny enough, would have boiled and cleaned the water, so it's just minerals now. I mean, you can really live off the land. People say, oh, it'd be so hard. No, it'd be hard because you don't have an Xbox. It'd be hard because you don't have TikTok, right? Everything else, read a book, cut down a tree, build a little tub, like, live your life like that. That is kind of what I want to do, to be honest with you. It's so close to happening. And I feel like maybe something like I saw this thing about Aquarius, Aquarius are most likely to probably do that out of all the star signs because they're very much independent explorers, and that's why I'm like, yeah, let's go into the wild, freedom. I just would be off the grid. I'd love it. It'd be amazing, I think, personally. But for now, we're here. I love alpacas, bruh. They're so cute. They got like haircut like me. I'm joking, obviously. At one point, we're short back on sides. They got a bit of like a, you know what I mean, a top fluffy part. The thing is, an alpaca's like they are really cute. I remember, was it an alpaca? I'm pretty sure it was one of those. It spat in my face. Am I correct? It was not properly. It kind of was like a sneeze bit sort of thing, and it just made me jump shit myself. Had the cutest big eyes ever. This thing is like, you know, the eyes are so adorable, man. I love animals so much. That's why I was like, I really wouldn't want to hunt things if I, you know what I mean. And one animal that truly does also freak me out because it's amphibious, you know, is a hippo. Imagine if I jumped in a water